Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BizTools and ESS BASIP. Thank you for viewing the material we have on improving Debtors Days Outstanding package. A couple of months ago, an international review identified that Australia has the longest Debtors Days Outstanding in the world. Yes, Australia was the worst country out of the 80 countries that were analysed. The Debtors Days Outstanding figure was calculated at 26.4 days additional to the normal credit term, which in Australia is normally 30 days. So that means the Debtors Days Outstanding average figure for Australia, according to this international review, was 56.4 days. This was 6 or 7 days longer than the next closest country. That is not anything to be happy about. I'm pleased to announce today that ESS BizTools, ESS BASIP have joined forces with IODM to introduce a specific package which we've called Improving Debtors Days Outstanding Package, to give you the tools and the systems for you to be able to communicate with your clients about improving the systems that they use. Kate Cornell, the federal government's small business ombudsman, indicated when this dubious result was announced that she would be having urgent discussions with big business and government departments to try to encourage them to make payments on a faster basis to small medium enterprises. And whilst I wish her well in those discussions, I believe that there is another very significant contributing factor to this problem. And that is that many small medium enterprises all around Australia have not introduced appropriate systems to control their debtors. And this is where you come in. What we are going to do, ESS BizTools and IODM, is give you access to our packages to assist you to coach your clients in an improved systems for the control of debtors. So the first component is the Debtors Management System produced by ESS BizTools. This contains templates on making an application for a credit account that we believe you should be encouraging your clients to make sure that any new customer has completed. And then of course there should be procedures within your client's office to make sure that that application is checked, that referees are contacted, and that your client is not just getting someone else's problem. The next key template is the new customer letter. This is a great opportunity for your client to be able to send a PR message to their new credit customer, introduce the sales team, tell them about special events or shows that your client has coming up that this new customer should know about. But also it's a golden opportunity to confirm the terms of trade, the credit limit that's been imposed, and to indicate that the due date for payment will be shown on every individual tax invoice. And that is when your client expects payment to be made. And also our strong recommendation is that that letter would indicate that there will be no debtors statements forwarded to the customer. They are expected to pay on invoices, because this is one of the contributing factors to Debtors Days Outstanding being so high in Australia. We have to encourage small medium enterprises to insist in discussions with their customers that they are paid on an individual invoice basis on the due date. Attached to the new customer letter should be the terms of trade agreement in the name of the new customer and your client, and the retention of title agreement. And the system should indicate that someone within your client's office follows up to make sure that that signed agreement is received back from your new credit customer before they make any supplies to that new customer, because your client then needs to decide whether to proceed with the registration on the Personal Property Securities Register. Registering on that register will give your client protection against issues relating to liquidators' preferential payment claim letters being issued against them. Then at the end of the month, we've got the calculations of the debtor's aged analysis, the debtor's days outstanding, and identification of debtors to be approached for significant reductions. The next part of this package is the IODM Accounts Receivable Management Hub. And IODM is going to offer a free white labelling and a $1,000 credit towards the initial set-up cost for desktop users. This special offer from IODM applies for the next 30 days. And I would urge you to subscribe to our package so that you can get access to this very special offer that is being made by IODM as their contribution to assisting Australian small businesses to reduce their debtors' days outstanding. The next part of the package is a customised SME debtors manual, which is produced by ESS BizTools. This gives you the opportunity, after you've conducted a due diligence review of your client's debtors system, to produce a typed system that is appropriate for this particular client. And I think you will find that you will get some thank yous from the people in your client's offices who have the responsibility of administering debtors. Because how many of them currently have a written debtors system that is current and that they understand how it works, and they have been given some training in how it works? And then once a year or so, you probably should go back to your client and indicate you need to do a further debtors review and make sure that that manual has been updated if there's been any worthwhile changes in processes made in the intervening period. The package also includes a debtors management mentoring session. This could be 1 or 2 telephone calls or Skype calls, duration approximately a total of an hour, whereby we will work through with you and your team to make sure that everyone understands the debtors process. The feedback we're getting from accountancy firms is that everyone's busy, but you know that these problems exist with your clients, and we can't avoid this one. This is an insult to Australia to have debtors' days outstanding of the figure that it is. So we are happy to offer you the mentoring service as part of this. So if the partners are too busy in other work for your clients and you know this debtors review should be undertaken, we in effect will help your team in this process. Just make sure that they're there at the end of a webinar or a Skype session, and we will conduct a work through process to make sure they understand how they've got to go about implementing this type of system. We're also going to send you 4 issues of our Business Plus newsletter, so you'll get that over the next 4 months, which we would hope that you would badge and send to your clients and see how they respond to that type of publication. So that's the Improving Debtors Days Outstanding package. Thank you for having a look at it. We are committed to assisting you to introduce systems and processes to your SME clients so that Australia can rid itself of this very dubious title of having the longest debtors' days outstanding in the world. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Peter@essbiztools.com.au. Have a great day. Goodbye.